Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, the news updates. We have new plan to stop insecurity in the southeast. That's according to the Chief of Army Staff. That's Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, the new Chief of Army Staff. Have stated in clear terms that insecurity will soon be a thing of the past in the eastern part of Nigeria. That's the Biafra land. He said this during a meeting with the House of Representatives ad hoc committee looking into the murder and kidnapping in the Umunochi community of Abia State, where he made the assurances. Of course, Brigadier General Gabriel Olufemi Esho, who was the Deputy Director, Operations, Army Headquarters, served as the Army Chief's representative. They said kidnapping poses a serious security risk in the two local governments regions and also other parts of the southeast. That's according to Lagbaja and Esho. The Chief of Army Staff said he is committed to take action against individuals responsible for the southeast insecurity. Then who are those people, we're asking? Chief of Army Staff said his new plan is to take actions against personalities, individuals sponsoring these things in the southeast. So that is the new plan. New plan is not to go after the so-called criminals, the people they say they are enforcing it at home, rather to pick up individuals from their homes. You understand? Then you go to people's homes, you pick up them, notable persons sponsoring this insecurity. He said, look, the House of Representatives, through its letter dated 3rd August 2023, requested that the Nigerian Army submit a memorandum to the ad hoc committee to interface with relevant security agencies and stakeholders in respect of incidents, attacks of kidnappers, assassination, and banditry and other criminal elements in and around these two local government areas. He said it is pertinent to state that recently efforts of the Nigerian Army through its division in conjunction with other security agencies have diminished the threat of kidnapping. That's what the Army Chief said. They have not diminished anything. He said their efforts have diminished threat of kidnapping. So they have not diminished it. It is there, it is still there and potent. And the army is doing it. They are doing the kidnappings, okay? It's obvious. Go and make your inquiries if you doubt whether the Nigerian army, they are collaborating with bandits and the Fulani herdsmen to kidnap people in the eastern part of the country. If you go and do your findings, you will realize that we are giving you the facts and nothing but the truth. Okay? So he said they have diminished the threats to kidnappings. It's a lie. And again, we are warning our people now. This new latest plan is to start apprehending people, and they said they are sponsoring maybe Biafra agitation or IPOB. That is the latest strategy now. That's what they have tried to adopt to make sure that some individuals are put behind bars for supporting Biafran. They will say they are sponsoring security. Because you know that sponsoring Biafra agitation is not insecurity. It's a self-determination movement. Okay, so it's been backed by law. But they will say it's insecurity. They will charge the person. Of course, you know how they used to charge people. Yes, talking about this federal government, they will heap frivolous charges. They will level unquantifiable and unverifiable charges on some persons they are targeting. And so that is the game plan now. That is the new plan they want to use. They arrest people, they go to people's places and abduct them. And they said they are causing the insecurity in the eastern Nigeria. So we are warning the governors who will point accusing fingers on anybody. If we hear that someone is arrested from his home, okay, that the person is sponsoring insecurity, we will know that they have started this game plan. So in the southeast, we have said it. It is the Nigerian army that is causing insecurity. If they want insecurity to stop, let them vacate the roads. Let them move away from the roads. Let the people protect themselves. let the communities, the villages, let them institutionalize their own security architecture. Whether this insecurity will not stop. They are exporting it. The Southeast was so peaceful and quiet and calm, if not for the Fulani invasion, the Herdsmen invasion, the incursion and encroachment to farmlands, to people's homes, to acquire lands by force from Buhari regime. Ruga. Everything was was being done at that time to make sure that they have a place given to Fulani in the southern Nigeria. So ESN was a response to that. ESN was a response to that evil plan of the previous regime to place the Fulanis in the southern Nigeria and give them lands where they will stay and develop, and they will not go back to their places where they are coming from again, if they have any place at all where they are coming from. Okay? To give them lands, Fulanis from Nigeria, from other part of African countries, to come to southern Nigeria and have lands and pursue people away from their places. So that game plan of Buhari regime failed woefully. People rejected it vehemently. I salute the courage of our people, the Biafrans, the IPOB that was actually, on the top of the game, highlighting the risk and everything therein that went to push the governors of the eastern Nigeria. Most of them fell to that antics. Okay? Like the governor of Imo. Of course, they were holding him at ransom. The Supreme Court governor. So that was it. And so what the army chief is saying is now we have understood it clearly. They will go after notable persons who are speaking for their people. Because they will never go for people who are supporting them to come to eastern Nigeria, invade the communities, because they want to force unity. They want to, coerce people to be a Nigerian. Is it by force to be a Nigerian? It's not by force. It's optional. So that's why we're talking about referendum. So it's not something you come to the Southeast and a whole session, over 70 million people, say you will force them to belong to a country. It will not work. It will not work. So Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Yes, they have just planted time bombs around them. And they are the ones that will perish when it will explode. Those political Ediabanis, those Fulani oligarchs, those who have been stealing Biafrans oil for decades, they have planted time bomb around them, but they don't know. Soon it will explode, and they will see what they have done to themselves. So, Moranya Kazu, in the eastern part of this contraption, as it stands now, that's the Biafra land. Moranya Kazu, they have no plan, they have hatched it, and that is to go and apprehend notable personalities speaking in favor of this agitation and speaking the minds of Biafrans and try to protect them from the evil rogues in this contraption.